Welcome to the Manager Matt podcast show. The show is designed to give you solutions to your day-to-day management and leadership problems. It's hosted by Matthew Haddock, a frontline manager and leader with over 25 years of experience. If you're ready, then let's get on with the show.
Hi, and welcome to the Manager Matt podcast show. Hope you are all keeping safe and managing through your people to get results you're judged on. Before I start, please could I ask you to do me a massive favour and go and rate the Manager Matt podcast show wherever you get your podcasts from. It helps others find the cast and hopefully improves others' leadership skills. And as always, please don't forget to drop me a line on whatever you want to engage on. I'd love to hear the feedback on the show, and you can always get me on managermattpodcast@gmail.com. So, without any more delay, let's get on with this week's show. What is it that makes you get out of bed in the morning and get to work? What is it that actually gets you out of that bed? Your alarm clock, you're going to say, haha, very funny. Or is it the cat jumping on your head? What makes you stay those long hours though? Or works into the small hours of the night on a project? Now you might be saying, the wage, the money. That's what everyone normally shouts. Yes, of course the money is important. And potentially will get you through the door. But does it make you hungry to do your best job? And how long does it take before that wage packet high that you get slowly fades away? A week? A month? A day? It's okay when it lands in your bank, but after a while, sometimes, that's not everything. And of course, you can get an amazing salary with benefits, but still not be interested in the work that you do. So, are you hungry for the job? Do you really want to do what you're doing now? I know personally in the past, I've moved on from roles as I've just not had that drive or that interest to keep me going. It felt like the same task day in, day out. It's not that the place was bad, it's not that the people were bad. It just didn't float my boat. And it didn't make me want to do the job well. I wasn't hungry. It was good money, but I soon moved on. One thing to take at this point is that I'm not calling out any job as boring. What I'm making is you can be passionate about everything you do, and you should be. If you're at work and you're going to spend all them hours there, why not be passionate about what you do? It doesn't matter what that job is, you should enjoy it as best you can. Sometimes jobs themselves can be quite mundane, but the people around you make it. The laugh, the crack, the fun. There's some jobs I wouldn't do for love nor money, and other people love them every day. Let's take lorry driving. Long distance lorry driving would not be for me. I don't like being on the roads as it is, but others, it's a lifestyle and it's something they've enjoyed for years to do. The freedom of the open road, they'll say. So, let's have a check to see if you're hungry at work and see if it is time that you made it more interesting or maybe moved on. So simple. Let's do the simple thing first. You're always thinking about leaving the office as you walk in to work. So basically, you're planning your exit strategy as you arrive at work. The old school would say clock watching. It's a long day when you're just waiting to go home. So is that something you're doing? It's a simple thing to check. Do you get up on a Monday morning thinking, oh, can't wait for Friday? And I guess that's what's the second part of what I'm going to say is, are you planning your Friday night on your Sunday night? Are you getting that gist of looking forward and thinking, oof, can't wait for the weekend when you're walking in on a Monday morning? Realistically, you should be enjoying what you're doing through the day. There's no point in waiting and saying, this'll happen and this'll happen. It's happening now. Enjoy your days. Now, some other things that we may see or may not see, depending on what you do as a job, is finding meetings to fill your day. The number of people who find meetings as being a way of filling the day is unbelievable. A meeting is a way of getting together and finding things and maybe creating ideas, but it's not work. The meeting isn't the work. The meeting is the outcome. The work should be done before it. Another way some people would see is taking long breaks. Breaks that you're not really allowed. And you'll know this from people you'll walk past. Sometimes they'll be having more cups of tea than you imagine. Sometimes they're in that smoking shed, even when they don't smoke. You can't think, are they really being hungry or challenged? Or are they just wasting that time? And of course, there's always the wasting the time on the non-important work. You know what it's like. People would actually do other things, side jobs, and actually get on their own work. They don't even want to do their own work. They're even finding ways to find other jobs to do to fill the time. And that's just showing exactly they're not really hungry for what they're doing. In fact, they're quite bored. Office chat above the normal levels of social niceness, there's another one to look out for. So that's people who go around like social butterflies, chatting, having a laugh, and I'm not saying that shouldn't be part of your day. Definitely should be. You should be talking about the football at the weekend, or what you did with the kids, or what hobby you've got. But when it becomes the point where that person's always in the office and you don't really see him doing anything but social chatting, you think, well, maybe that's not quite fulfilling him. And a strange one here, find other work than their own. Yes, sometimes you find some people who are not hungry for the roles, actually going out and finding other people's jobs to do. Again, a little bit of a strange one. Why not fill it with the jobs that you really want to do, or make your job interesting? So the question after you think about those is, can you become hungry, or do you have to move on? Well, I guess that depends. Some people can run on a type of autopilot. Come in, do the job, go home, which is fair enough. We all work to keep us in whatever manner we want. I still think that there's a way as a leader to unlock their people's potential and get them to contribute more. But we all need the doers, so we all need people who are going to come, do the job and get on with it. So there'll be a point that you might think these guys are not hungry, but actually they're hungry outside. They might run a sports club, might be a social member on a bowling team, might do dominoes, might have Girl Guides. They can do all sorts of things that they're really hungry, but for them that day-to-day is just enough to get them through. So sometimes it's a balance between the two. Personally, if you are in a role and you're spending your finite resource, which of course is time, and you're at work, then you need to be committed. You need to either be hungry or become hungry. Be the best you can at work, and if it's not for you, then it's time to look for the next place to go. So what makes you hungry? Or are you starving and it's just time for a change? Well, thanks for listening to the Manager Matt podcast show. As always, I'm really keen to hear your thoughts on this show or any show, both good and bad. So please send me your feedback. It's always a gift to managermattpodcast@gmail.com. Answer all the questions myself and would love to engage on new topics or revisit old. You can also get a look at the new website if you visit www.managermatt.co.uk. Lots more information on there. But please, if you get a chance, give us some feedback and don't forget to rate the show. Well, that's it for Manager Matt this week. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Thank you so much for listening to this Manager Matt podcast. We hope you found it interesting, helpful and actionable. One last thing, please leave a quick review on iTunes or with your podcast provider, as it helps to spread the word of Manager Matt. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the podcast, and if you did like anything in particular, send an email to managermattpodcast@gmail.com or visit managermatt.co.uk for more content. Feedback is a gift, so let's keep giving. See you next week.